Hi.
How
Hi.
are you?
Hello. Yes, good, good. How are yourself?
I'm good.
Yeah. I'm just well, I'm thinking about God and nature, and I think I'm actually a bit of a pagan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I feel God is all around us,
Hmm.
and it is subjective to each individual. And religion, well, you probably know yourselves, religion is the cause of a lot of trouble in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just an individual's, opinion on things. Nature and God is everywhere. I think God is within yourself and how you feel
So,
that life is.
well,
Uh-huh.
what do you mean when you say God? I mean,
Well, what is God? Nobody knows. Nobody.
but you believe in something and you don't know what it is?
Um, yeah, maybe. I believe in myself, and I believe in the sun, and I believe in nature, and the seasons, and
Well, but those things can be demonstrated to
winter and
exist.
rebirth. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there's a
I
lot though
believe
that
most of those
can't.
things are real too,
Okay.
but I don't call them God.
There's a,
Yeah.
okay. Well, maybe it's just people's definition of God that needs to be looked at, and also just because something can't be proved at one time doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. For example, hundreds of years ago, the Scots believed that plants grew at night in a good full moon, yet it wasn't proven. Yeah, I'm sure hundreds of years later, they did prove that plants grew. I know it's maybe a little bit facetious, but you don't know. Nobody knows, and that's the
Well,
thing.
but the thing
I
is,
believe maybe that.
if you assert that
Yeah.
this thing you're calling God has some impact on the real world, then we should be able to test that.
Uh-huh.
And so every time
Well,
people have tried to test that impact on the world, it's failed. So
okay.
at some point we can conclude that this thing that people are claiming doesn't exist.
What about people like Betty Shine and Michael Benteen and even John Edward, things like that? People like that. I mean, ultimately, I know people want to believe that your mind energy goes on, and all that is left when anybody dies or whatever is love. Love is all there is. I know I don't mean it to sound, it really is all there is. It's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not, I can't think just now, but it really is. That's true. Love is all there is.
But what do you mean by that? I mean, when you say that when you're gone, all that remains is love, what does that even mean?
Well, for example, if somebody dies, you like to believe, okay, they're not here, there's nothing left here, but you hope, and some things, like coincidences, is there such a thing as coincidence, or is something happen that, it's serendipitous of whatever, or your mind waves, or the good vibrations of things come round. I don't know. I don't understand how somebody can be so sure that there is nothing. I know sometimes it feels like that, and yes, you're right, as in Ecclesiastes in the Bible.
Let me put it this way. I mean, everything that we've studied about mind and intelligence indicates that it's tied to a physical process like your brain functioning. And if you shut down the electrical impulses to your brain and things stop happening, the minds of other people keep going on, and they remember things about you, and that's real. To the extent that memories are real, and that's a whole different rabbit hole. But I mean, there's all indications that the idea that a personality or a consciousness keeps going on after the physical death of your brain is mostly wishful thinking. I mean, it could happen. You know, it is nice to think that it would happen because it's sad to lose somebody that you love, and it's also sad for me to think that someday I won't be around living and having a good time anymore. But there's not currently any reason to think otherwise.
I think we all pass into legend at some time or other, and that's fine, but you know, who knows, maybe at the time of death or for like a wee while after, that you're able to sort things out before you move to some other dimension or before you go in, you know, into peace. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
nobody knows though.
It's very nice and tempting wishful thinking.
Yeah.
There's no denying it, and it's why there's a lot of literature and movies and stuff that speculate on what might happen after you die. But that's really all it is, as far as we know, is speculation and human creativity making stuff up.
Well, one could speculate also that there is oblivion, and as in that Marcus Aurelius says, you know, it is oblivion. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So enjoy your life, because this is heaven.
Sure.
You know, we're heaven on earth, and as above, so below, whatever. So enjoy it, you know, eat well, drink well, work well, be thankful you're alive, because you're a long time deed.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, I think we can agree on this, which is basically, if there's an afterlife, we have no way of knowing what it is. We have no way of knowing what might impact or influence on it. So you might as well just live the best life that you can, regardless of what you think will happen next. And maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye. But I don't think we will.
Yeah.